This is State Representative Tom Bennett with a recap of events in Springfield for the week ending on May 26th. First of all, we still do not have a state budget. This week, some of the so-called grand bargain bills began arriving in the House. And these are the bills which the State Senate has been working on since the first of the year. They address a wide range of topics from taxes and the budget to gaming, education funding, and procurement reform. And as we approach the May 31st adjournment deadline, the status of these bills can change almost by the minute, especially with the negotiations that are going on right now. There's still time for these negotiations to lead to an agreement if members from both sides are willing to work together. I think we're getting closer, but there's still much work to be done in a very limited amount of time. Well, this week the House passed 49 bills, and of those 49 bills, 40 were sponsored by Democrats and only 9 were sponsored by the Republicans. One thing we need is a revenue estimate, and that too, it's common sense. You can't determine how much you're going to spend until you know how much you have. Well, every year until 2015, the House and the Senate came up with this estimate. In fact, they're required to by state law. But in the past 2 years, we have not done so. How can we make a budget if we don't know how much money we have? Well, to get this figure, I joined with 39 other House Republicans in writing to the Attorney General to ask her to use the power of her office to force the General Assembly to take this important step for putting together a budget. Well, we've also learned that our backlog of unpaid bills has topped $14 billion. In addition, we owe $800 million in interest because of those late payments. The Comptroller reports that the interest alone is growing at a rate of $2 million per day, while our structural deficit grows by $17 million per day. This is yet another warning that we need to act urgently on our budget crisis. There was some good news to report regarding the discussions over subcontracting for nurses within the Department of Corrections system. Earlier this year, several nurses faced the threat of layoffs, and I'm happy to report that an agreement was reached between the Department of Corrections and the Illinois Nurses Association that will avoid these layoffs. And under the agreement, several correctional centers, including the one in Pontiac, will be converted to the all-INA facilities in order to help address the issue of different work rules for nurses who have different employers but work at the very same facility. The House is back in session Sunday evening, right through the May 31st deadline. There's still time to get these issues resolved, and I hope we can come together very soon and do so.